Here's what's true. You eating past the point of fullness is not about the food. I know it feels like it's about the food and the taste and the yumminess and not wanting to stop, but what has you unable or unwilling to stop eating when you get full is a symptom of something deeper going on. And that deeper something is what we're going to be talking about here today, because addressing this one thing will put you on your path of true, lasting freedom from food, where you eat when you're hungry and you naturally stop eating when you get full, and you're naturally drawn to the foods that feel in alignment with your body. In this video, I want to share with you what to do to actually have that without applying willpower, without diets, without restriction. So make sure to stick around all the way to the very end, because I will share with you what to do to get on that path and some resources that can help you get on that path right away. So if you're excited about this topic, please do give this video a like so I know to make more videos like this for you, and hit that subscribe button and make sure to get the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And if you are returning to this channel, hello, it's so good to have you here. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Debbie Lichter. I'm a food addiction expert and founder of the Freedom Embodied Academy, where I help women who know what to do but who still get stuck in the food sabotage cycle actually have true, lasting freedom from food addiction and food obsession, so that you can feel comfortable in your skin and authentically shine your light in the world. And everything that I share on this channel is part of what helped me get free from my food addiction and food obsession over a decade ago, and things that I've been teaching women ever since to help them get on their path of freedom too. Okay, so when you keep eating past the point of being full, it's a sign that there is a disconnect in one or more of these three areas. So the first area is a disconnect in your body, which can also be understood as something called inhibited interoception. So interoception is your capacity to sense and feel what's going on in your internal experience, like sensing if you're tired, or sensing if you're cold, or sensing if you're thirsty. And studies have shown that people who struggle with disordered eating patterns actually have an inhibited interoceptive ability, meaning an inhibited ability to sense what's going on in their internal world. So this also includes a limited capacity to actually sense your own hunger and satiation cues. In other words, you can be so disconnected or detached from your body that your ability to sense your own hunger and satiation is completely shut down. Or you're so disconnected from your body that you might feel the satiation, but you override it with your mind, and that leads to eating when you're not hungry and not stopping when you get full. Okay, the second type of disconnect happens in the mind, where your mind disconnects from the consequences of your actions. And so you tell yourself in the moment that you just don't care, or you come up with some justification or rationalization why it's okay to continue eating, or you're so checked out mentally that you don't even notice how much you continue to eat. Okay, so the third type of disconnect is a spiritual disconnect. This can be identified as an internal sense of lack, or of unworthiness, or of not enoughness, or even of emptiness. And what happens with that internal state is that internal state will drive you to want to fill up the emptiness, to want to fill up that feeling of not being enough, and that will have you overeating on food. So all three of these types of disconnects will send you to food. The spiritual disconnect will have you feeling driven to fill up. The mental disconnect will have you justifying in the moment why it's okay to keep going. And that physical disconnect will allow you to keep on eating even though you are full. So what I'm curious about right now is, which types of these disconnects do you relate to the most? Go ahead and leave a comment below, and let's get into what to do about it. Okay, there are two mission critical things for you to do to naturally stop eating when you get full. The first is to reconnect in your body, and specifically to develop your interoceptive ability. Again, that's that ability to sense and feel your internal experience, like your hunger and satiation cues. And this can be challenging, especially if you've experienced some kind of trauma, or if you've divorced yourself from your body because you feel like your body's betrayed you, or you just hate the way that it looks. This is an absolute journey to learn how to reconnect in your body and with yourself, which is why it's a huge, huge part of what I guide women in the Freedom Embodied Academy. In fact, I teach women 7 key embodiment practices that really help them to come home inside of themselves and to start to feel more comfortable in their skin. So to help you to get on that path of reconnecting in your body, I'm going to leave a resource in the description below for my Instant Embodiment Reset Guide. It's got 5 really simple practices to help you to get out of your head and start feeling more comfortable in your skin. The second thing that you need to do is to restore an internal sense of being enough and of feeling filled up inside. I'm going to be super frank with you. This is a deeper journey. This is deeper than talk therapy. This is deeper than journaling. This is deeper than feeling your feelings. This is deeper than looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you're enough. Those can all be beautiful, powerful practices. But this is a spiritual journey. This is a journey of getting free from what is blocking you at a deeper level so that you can actually restore an internal state of okayness and that feeling of lightness on the inside. This is also a huge part of what we do in the Freedom Embodied Academy. Now, when I say it's a deeper spiritual journey, I feel like I get one of 2 responses. Either people say, oh no, I gave up on that stuff a long time ago, or people say, oh, I already got God. I already go to church. I already have that spiritual thing down. That can't be it. And I will just say for both types, because we work with both types in the Freedom Embodied Academy, that if you are currently filling up excessively on food, that there is a level of emptiness going on inside you. And so regardless of whatever spiritual doctrine or beliefs or values or dogma, there is an opportunity for you to access a deeper level of your own personal spiritual truth so that you can truly embody that sense of being filled up intrinsically, that sense of being enough, that sense of being safe, that sense of being okay no matter what's going on around you. And I can promise you that when you embody that internal experience, you will no longer feel the need to fill up excessively on food. You just won't. The urge, the compulsion will completely go away. I've experienced this. I've witnessed this in others so many times, and this experience is absolutely possible for you too. So if that's something you want, then I have 2 suggestions for where to go from here. So the first suggestion is actually going to be your fastest path to that experience of being filled up intrinsically and to getting free from food and getting free from the pattern of eating once you're already full, is to schedule a call with my team. So this will give us an opportunity to connect one-on-one and really make a plan for your next steps of where to go from here. So I will leave a link in the description below for you to go ahead and do that. And the second suggestion, if you just are wanting to dip your toe in at this point, is to download the Freedom from Food Addiction Clarity Guide. So the Freedom from Food Addiction Clarity Guide is going to go into more detail about what that disconnect in body, mind, and spirit is all about and what to actually do to get onto your path of true freedom from food addiction and food obsession. So I, again, will leave a link to that in the description below. So now you know what it truly takes to stop eating when you are full and actually to just get free from food addiction and food obsession and food sabotage for good. So if you got some value here today, please do give this video a like, make sure to subscribe, watch this video next, and I will see you next time.